Salute, salute, everybody. Welcome to Miss Parker, Miss Parker. I'm starting my live today. I'm having a blessed Saturday. I hope everybody's having a blessed Saturday as well. I wanted to touch on networking and resources today. It's very important that we start networking with others and getting resources for businesses, grants. Salute sis, salute, salute Max, salute Melanated Jim, salute you have the right one. Salute Shano. The Scorpio Life is here with me today as well. Um, I wanted to, like I said, I wanted to talk on the importance of resources and networking today. It's a lot going on in the YouTube street, so it's just busy today or whatever. Salute, Lalizi, salute, salute. So we need to know that people need relevant strategies, resources, and network for support. It's very important. Those are very key things: strategies, resources, and networking. I also wanted to talk about social support. Social support can arrive from various strategies that people deploy, as well as community resources or social networks. Any of these can assist an individual in managing depression, stress, substance abuse, or just mental illness altogether. Also, building social support networks. Research shows that having a good social support network, having people in your life you can talk to, spend time with, and get help from, it makes people mentally and physically healthier. That's very important because, with the COVID crisis and everything that's been going on, we definitely need a better mental and physical awareness and things like that. So that's a good part of resourcing and networking as well. Also, if you're watching in the bushes, however, I dropped a lot of links for everybody to go support those channels and things like that. That's a part of networking as well. It says, no matter the reason for needing a better social network, it helps to set goals that are specific, realistic. Being realistic gives you a better chance of success. Meaning, set those goals forward when you're networking with people. Don't just link up with them and don't take nothing from it, and things like that. Set realistic goals and you'll be very successful at that. Number two, build awareness of the reasons you don't have an adequate social network so you can target some specific strategies for building more support. Meaning, target those issues that you have with talking to people. As far as being shy, if it's hard for you to meet new people, find that strategy to link with people. It's always a strategy. If you're social anxious or shy, it can help you to work on your social skills. Salute, Vanessa, salute. If you're depressed, schedule some time each week, even if you feel like it, and make yourself follow through. If you're new in town, and you know how people always moving, and you don't know people, it said, if you're new in town and fairly sociable, a reasonable goal might be to attend a social event or join a religious or spiritual community and work on getting to know each other. Meaning, get out and get to know people. I know it's hard for us. Salute, get them, salute. It's hard for us to bring people into our life or welcome people into our life, due to trust issues, different things like that. But, like they said, join a social event, religious or spiritual, and work on getting to know others. So meeting new people. Salute Sagittarius, salute Patrice. Thank you guys for pulling up. Salute. It said, so meeting new people. So we can't meet anybody if we stay stuck on my channel, stuck on Shank's channel, stuck on Lalizi's channel. I can't progress like that. So I'm gonna have to start joining other channels to meet others with common interests that we have. Join a volunteer organization. It's a good way to meet people, and helping others can also make you feel good. So volunteering, like, this month is Cancer Awareness Month. So I took it amongst myself to go get pink house shoes, white house shoes, bandanas, breast cancer awareness pins, um, journals, because it's always something that we got on our mind when we're getting chemotherapy and things like that. So I went and got pens, breast cancer journals to donate to the breast cancer center here where I am and stuff like that. And that's going to be a part of networking because I do want to find those foundations that give back to those and for people that have breast cancer, suffer from mental health, different resources that's available to network with and go to when we're in need, or even start nonprofit organizations. Salute, Shank, salute. Even start nonprofit organizations, which I hope to plan on doing one day to help others, as well as I was helped and stuff like that. It said participate in organized activities. I want to start building, and I hope we all start building with people that's organizing activities on this app, so we can get together and recognize needs, organize things to have fun, and give back as well. It says building social skills. Pay attention to your nonverbal communication style. Meaning when we're going to meet new people, we want to make sure that we're presentable. And it said, are you doing that to make sure that you're approachable, such as smiling, making direct eye contact? Because making direct eye contact lets a person know that we're listening to what they have to say. We're taking in what they have to say, and they know we're interested. Salute, Pretty Black TV. Salute. I've already dropped y'all links for those that are in here. I've already dropped y'all links. And it said, think of one or two open questions that you can ask an acquaintance to get a conversation going. Meaning, ask just a yes or no question, not getting into something so fast and too deep. And also, I got Miss Scorpio Life in here. I'm about to drop the link for her so she can join because she's got a lot of great resources. Like I said, for those that's trying to build a business, even if you want to make your own T-shirts, I know a lot of us have creative children that's working on shirts. My daughter got a clothing line she started. So, what could I tell her if I don't know the business aspect to lead her in the right direction? To get her started to get her to some connected resources. So I'm gonna drop this link. Okay. Hold on, Miss Scorpio. I've been having a problem. Okay. I dropped that link for you, Miss Scorpio Life, if you want to pull up to the panel and join me, so you can drop those jewels and stuff like that for everybody. And also Google it. It's a lot of salute YNFL, salute gay. Just Google it on whatever city you're in. If you're in need of food, it's always a lot of God's pantries. In need of diapers and things like that. It's always an organization in your city. They might not have a lot, but they do have those kind of resources in our city. We just have to utilize those and really just ask if you're in need. Ask. There's nothing wrong with it, and you won't know if we don't ask and utilize that. I just dropped it for you, sis. The link is in the chat. Let me see, you're up. Hey, sis, salute.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Can y'all hear her really good in the chat? I hear you well, sis.
Okay, good.
And you can go ahead and introduce yourself to everybody that's in the chat and drop your jewels, sis. We're here for it.
So, hey everyone, this is Miss Scorpio Life. And I am going to be talking about resources that are available to all those, especially those who are low to moderate income individuals. And so as Ms. Parker was stating, like there are resources that are available to us that we do not know about. And then also building like social capital, so that you can partner with people and grow. And then, also for your small businesses. And so I'll start with a little bit of background about me. I have worked in affordable housing for about 12 or 13 years, and I just recently transitioned over to something else. But within that, I've oversaw federal grant programs such as HUD programs. And so I kind of want to break it down a little bit so we can get to what the resources are, but also show you guys how these resources come to your local cities and counties. And so when you're working with the federal government, such as HUD, Housing and Urban Development, they provide an allocation to cities, states, and local and counties. And so how do we receive that? The city has to be over a population of 50,000, and the county has to be a population over 250. And so normally a city receives two grants, and they receive other grants as well through HUD. However, the two grants that are normally received, sorry about that. The two grants that are normally received are, it's called CDBG, which stands for Community Development Housing Grant. And then you also have one that's called Home Investment Grant. And so under those two grants, each entitlement, which means a city is charged with developing and implementing programs for low to moderate income folks. And so what does low to moderate income folks mean? Low to moderate income means 80% below the median income. So your city has a medium income for the area. So if you have a medium income within the city, that's about, I'll say 76,000. So it goes according to a family composition, which is a one person household, two all the way up to like 8 or 10. And so you may have one person, I'm just throwing a number out there, somebody who makes about, I guess, $35,000. That may be under 80% below the median income. Now, I'm only telling you this because this is how you qualify for these various programs, but keep in mind the income goes up per family composition. And so once those programs have been established, and so I'll tell you some of the programs you'll have, which will be down payment assistance. A lot of cities provide this. This is like one of the most common programming that they do in local government as well as county and state. They provide down payment assistance that can go up to like 50,000. It just depends on the area that you live in. And so I would say about 10 years ago, it used to be called first time home buyers, where you had to be a first time home buyer or had not owned a home within, I think, the previous 3 years. However, they have transitioned over to just a home buyers program because all of the different things that have happened, like recession, and then, things that have occurred with Hurricane Katrina, different things like that. And with them knowing that folks need a fresh start. And so, how you qualify is that some cities have a FICO score, or as folks would say, a credit score. And normally it's about 580 because you can qualify for a FHA loan, I think about 580. And so you'll take your application, just try to go to your different cities and their websites and look up these different programs, such as the down payment assistance program. Now, a lot of people get discouraged because they think they don't make enough money. With these certain programs, it's almost a gift and a curse to be either low income or a little bit above the income. And so you need to take in consideration that it depends on the population size as it relates to the 80%, because a lot of cities and local governments have exceptions to the city because you don't have a denser area with low to moderate income folks. So normally it goes to 80%, but sometimes it may go up to 100% if your city is considered an exception city, right? And so that's one of the programs. So I encourage everyone who is interested in purchasing a home to look at your local government, your local cities, to see if they have this funding available. And just try it. Just call up your community development department to see if they have an application process. And normally what they'll ask for, and this is across the board for all of the programs, they'll ask for of course, your Social Security information. They'll ask for your identification, but they'll also ask for 3 months worth of check stubs. It's from 2 to 3 months worth of check stubs, so they can gauge how much your annual income is. But if you have any dependents within your household, you'll also have to provide that information as well. Another program that's really good if you're currently a homeowner, and I like to say this because when people think about affordable housing, they only think about housing such as a Section 8 voucher program, and I'll get to that as well. But when you have like down payment assistance and then rehabilitation programs, those are considered affordable housing programs as well, because you're making the unit affordable for the person, right? And so with the rehabilitation program, that's a program that does minor repairs to your home. Now, I worked in a city where we've gone up to almost 50,000 with rehab and rehabilitation to homes. And so it would be the same criteria as it relates to your identification, your check stubs, and different things like that. Now, the difference with this one is because you are a homeowner, you will have to provide a deed, right? And now in some cities, they require you to be the owner of the unit and you have to live in the unit. However, in other cities, and I worked in one city where sometimes you can have a family member who lives in the house as long as they're not paying rent. Because what happens is when someone lives in your house and they pay rent, it becomes an income property, and it's no longer it's no longer eligible for the program. Now, with all of these programs that they have available, there's a restriction that comes along with it. And a lot of people get discouraged by this, but I don't think you should, because there's freedom after this, right? So you would, depending on the amount of money that the city, county, or state provides you, there's a deferred forgivable loan. Now, some cities require repayments where some don't. Normally, when you hear someone say a deferred forgivable loan, it's usually over $7,500 when they put a deferred forgivable loan. Now, the difference between that and a grant, anything sometimes below 7,500 or 5,000, you don't have to repay that back. Now, the reason why cities put deferred forgivable loans on like down payment assistance, and then you have your rehabilitation programs, because it protects the investment of the city's funding, right? These programs are not for investors. And so that's the reason why they put deed restrictions in your deferred forgivable loans. Now, those deferred forgivable loans can be up to 10 to 15 years. They normally don't go up to 20 years. That just depends on if you're doing like a new construction. So if you're doing a reconstruction or a new construction, it can be upwards towards a 20-year lien. And it's almost similar to, if you guys are familiar with Habitat for Humanity, like building a new home. And then also there are other programming available for those who have nonprofits. And Latasha, I'm not reading the comments. And so if
Yeah.
anybody has any questions, just let me know.
Okay. Let me real
So
quick, sis. Salute Jesse, salute Callie, salute Hood Therapy, salute Ling Lang, Miss America, Callie. Yeah, Miss America, that's why I hit your Instagram. Salute Queen Laker, salute Melly, salute Nina, salute D Money, Miss MJB, All Dubs, Chris, Pee Wee. Salute everybody. Salute Pretty Black. Y'all come in. We're just getting some tools, some resources, and things like that from Miss Scorpio Life. So, if y'all got pen, paper, please write down this information. It's well needed. Go ahead, Miss Scorpio. I'm sorry, sis.
oh, you're fine. There's also funding available for those who have like nonprofits. Now, these are called public service funds, where they provide nonprofit organizations funding because cities do not have the capacity to necessarily carry these programs out. And so you'll have like your Habitat for Humanities, you'll have like your UA teams, you'll have like after school programs and daycares who are funded through this program. So anyone that has like different types of programming like that for low to moderate income individuals, I would encourage you to contact your city to look for those funds also. Most recently, if you guys may remember how they had the PPP loan. At the time when those PPP loans were released, the cities also received funding to assist with small business programming. And so a lot of those cities continued their programming, so they do have those funds available as well. And so also, let's see what else is available. Um, some cities do continue to have mortgage repayments, and then also rental payments. And I'm trying to think of something else. Tasha, do you have any questions while I'm
Okay,
looking at my
so
notes?
as far as the public service funds for nonprofit organizations, how do we start that?
Okay, so the cities have an application process, and normally the way it goes is that applications are released the second quarter, the third quarter, which would be sometime around February or March. And so they would have to go to the city and ask for a public service application. Now, there are different criteria that go with this public service application. You have to, now, some cities have different requirements. You have to be in business a certain amount of time. You have to have, like your professional audits. But you also have to have like reserves and have separate bank accounts. And so it's a lot of detail that goes into that. And if anybody is interested, I'll be more than happy to walk them through the process.
Okay. So for anybody, that wants to start a nonprofit organization, Mr. Merkel, I don't know how to rent you up. If anybody can tell me how to rent you up, please let me know, so I can give her a range because she wants to drop links. But I wanted to talk to Miss America too because I think she has a non-profit organization. But for these tools right here, you know what I'm saying? Like she said, if anybody needs help or got questions for these things, just drop it in there and we'll ask. You know what I'm saying? She said Canva is for free. It's free for nonprofits, is what Miss America said. But if anybody else has
Oh,
questions,
yes.
click on her name if you have your phone.
So I can only assist them with getting funding, not setting up, like getting funding from the federal government, like the local cities. So getting programs of funded. Does that make sense, Tasha?
Yeah.
Okay.
She said I got 2 nonprofits and a book publishing company now.
Oh, that's
Congratulations
awesome.
on that.
That is awesome. I'm trying to think. I have it's information overload, so we probably have to do a part two or something like that if folks are
Okay, that's
interested.
fine. That's fine. Go ahead. You
Um,
can go ahead and continue. Go ahead and continue.
I'm trying to think of some other. So another resource that is available, it's not hard to obtain, but it's only hard to obtain when the waiting list is long, and that would be your housing choice vouchers. And I know a lot of people are familiar with housing choice voucher programs, which is essentially just a voucher that supplements your a portion of your rent. Um, a lot of housing authorities and agencies have waiting lists upwards to 5 years. However, because of the pandemic, a lot of housing authorities and agencies have received additional funding to house folks who are in need. So I would highly encourage you to look into that as well if you need assistance.
Okay. And you say even though it's a waiting list for that?
Yeah. So there's a waiting list. However, still contact your local city or county to find out how long the waiting list is to see if you can get on it. Because sometimes they do close the waiting list, but sometimes they open up the waiting list at certain times. So call them so you can get on the waiting list or on the mailing list, because they send out an email blast or they send like newsletters to let folks know when the waiting list is open. And so then there'll be your opportunity to get on the waiting list. Now, sometimes it does take years to get pulled off the list. However, like I said, with the pandemic, with additional funding that's become available to like the agencies and stuff like that, the waiting list is moving a little bit quicker. It just depends on where you're staying, though.
Okay. I like that. Are we getting all of this copied down, you guys, so we can, you
Oh,
know what I'm saying? Now I'm just making
I'm
sure
just like,
everybody takes in what you're saying. So
no, I'm just not looking at the chat at Lalizi's comment, and that's true. The FSS program, and I'm glad you mentioned that, Lalizi. They do have the FSS program where they can go through and they build like escrow, which will be income for them, and they can utilize it once they graduate from the program to either to buy a home for a down payment, to buy a car. However, in between, when they're in the FSS program, they can sometimes withdraw funds from their escrow, right? And it just depends on the agency how many times you can do it without a penalty. The only thing is that you cannot own a public housing authority and back pay, which will be considered a fraud payment. But Lalisa is right. The FSS program is really good. And then I also encourage folks who are currently on Section 8 to look into home ownership. A lot of folks do not know that you can use your voucher to help pay for your home. So for instance, if the housing authority is paying a portion of your rent and you enter into home ownership, it may increase or decrease depending on the family composition in the house that you're purchasing, but they'll use that towards your mortgage payment. So in essence, housing will pay the mortgage company and then you'll pay the other half depending on the amount. Now, if you are just on the program, they'll pay up to 15 years, and then after that, you'll be on your own with the 15 years. But if you are disabled, they'll have you for the life of the loan, which will be 30 years.
Salute, salute, salute.
Salute, Lalizi, salute.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah, I wanted to hop up here because I didn't know if you was gonna touch into the FSS program. So you touched on it.
Oh, okay. Did you
Yeah,
have
and
any
I
other questions? Yeah.
no. I know about the program. It's just a lot of people don't know about the program. So with
Yes.
you touching in and they can't ask, because they don't. This is information they just don't give you. Like they don't just
Exactly.
offer it to you. You have to ask.
Mm-hmm.
So with that FSS program, that is a really good program because a portion, just say someone's rent is 420, maybe 200 will go towards the rent, and then the other portion will go into the escrow account.
Exactly. Yes.
So yeah, and a lot of people don't know about that. So thanks for touching on that part.
No problem.
Now, thank you, Lalizi, for pulling up, even sharing that. That's why when Sis had told me about the resources a while back and stuff, I had, this has been playing when I first started my show, but I was slacking. So Sis has been ready to come and touch on this because it's like you said, this is information that's not given to us, so we all feel stuck. So this is really good, good jewels y'all dropping today, and I appreciate that from the both of y'all.
No problem, no problem. I really like this. I really like this, and I haven't did my research, so that's why it's like I'm just all over the place because I'm supposed to have the resources for Dallas with the diapers, the wipes, the food,
Yes.
yeah,
That's good.
the heaters where they can get clothing, jackets, shoes for the kids. So yeah, I didn't do my homework. Well, not this homework.
Well, I'm gonna do a part two to it, Lalizi, so Sis can pull up and both of y'all can give us more.
Okay.
So I'm gonna let Sis do some more for us, so we can that way and people in the audience can get that paper and pen out for the homeowners. Like she said, was like talking about the HUD housing and things like that. These are important for the nonprofit organizations. Miss America is another person that y'all can touch base with about this stuff. We don't know. I didn't, because I want to start a nonprofit organization myself. So Sis has always been a person I call and be like, okay, can you tell me how this goes and stuff like that? And she tells me or whatever. So I really appreciate y'all for just pulling up and giving us that.
And another thing, they do have grants for a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a grant for almost anything.
Yeah,
that's true.
So y'all go ahead. I'm gonna get back in the chat. I love this information. I'm working on a PowerPoint right now.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome, love.
So I think that's I know that was information overload, but if you do part two, Ms. Parker, I can kind of go a little bit slower and break some things down. I did want to say that when I was working in local government at the director's level, I used to receive a lot of complaints about the community not being involved, right? And so and not knowing about information. And so what I would encourage them to do is like come to like some of the public meetings and then like the public hearings and your council meetings, because you guys do have a voice about the federal dollars that are coming to your city. Just don't sit back and complain. Be very vocal, because you can tell local governments as well as counties how to spend the money, because these are federal dollars that are you guys' money. And so I'll give you an example. Whenever we receive a federal allocation from HUD, we have to go out and do public meetings so that the community is made aware of the fundings that we have available, right? And so we also have to listen to them as to what type of programming and activities they would like to see within the community, as long as they were eligible projects underneath HUD programming. And so a lot of community members as well as constituents were excited to hear that some of their involvement, their buy-in, and some of the things they had told us that they wanted for the community were accepted and put into the action plan, which is a plan that every city, if you receive HUD dollars, every city has to do an action plan. And so I would encourage you to go to council around, it starts around April and it ends around August, before they have to submit the plan August 16th to HUD, and be vocal about what you want to see those federal dollars go to. And it's not always used for affordable housing. That is a major component. But if you see areas in your community that are considered low to moderate income because it's based off of census tracts, and you need sidewalks, you need curb and gutter, if you need that, or you need park improvements, please let your local cities know this so they can get this in their action plan.
Thank you so much, sis. If you're available, just let me know when your schedule is available for next week, and we'll schedule around that, because I know you work and everything. So I appreciate you for pulling up. This was good knowledge for us today, sis. So whatever you have, you know what I'm saying, to work on for us next. Everybody get your paper, pen out, write this information down. Utilize what Miss Scorpio Life just told us, because that's the thing. She can't hold our hand through this process, but she's definitely walking us through it. And Miss America's dropping jewels in the chat as well on who helps with nonprofit organizations and who gives out different things like that. So sis, thank you so much. I'm gonna touch on some other stuff, but let me know what your schedule is free next week, and we'll touch on that some more.
Okay. All right. Thanks for having me.
All right. Thank you, sis.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye. So I want to touch on some things that Miss America was saying in the chat and stuff. She said, sorry, Miss America. She said, say I sent you, and he gives a huge discount. And she said they can donate cash or gift cards: Target, Walmart, Chili's, Applebee's, Finish Line, Big Five, Dixon Sporting Goods, Bath and Body Works. Gala Bid will do a virtual auction for you for free. She said, I personally don't touch federal money because I don't got time for them, but I work with them. Then she said, I understand I'm a Black woman, that I don't mind cussing them out, so I got to tread lightly and make sure I can't mess up. There is a lot of training programs for free through organizations, including becoming a doula or midwife. Michelle said, excellent information. She said, ask your healthcare insurance, do they cover more than just medical? Some cover rent, phone bills, and more. You got to ask. Wow, that is, Miss America, I never knew that. So take these jewels and like I said, take these jewels and resources and please utilize them, guys, because we feel like there's nobody for us. We don't have resources that we can call, but this is why I've done this, because it's always someone in need of help, such as myself. Miss MJB said, Miss Parker, what about individuals who don't qualify for assistance, but it's still hard at times making ends meet? Is there any programs for those individuals? Miss America, Miss MJB said, what about those who don't qualify for assistance but are still having hard times? Do you have any resources for that? That's a good question. Michelle said, may I offer to check and see if your local CDA has a connection to a resource center that provides all kinds of programs, electric, gas, re-entry, DV, etc. Lalizi said Lyft and Uber, they offer memberships to the gym. Mr. Marcus said you always got to use organizations. Call every organization in your city. So Miss MJB, don't give up. Call and utilize every organization in your city. Every last one of them. Mr. Marcus, did you want to come up and speak? Queen Lakers, are you still in here? Because I wanted Queen Lakers to kind of touch on some stuff. I don't know if she's still in here or not or whatever. Just because she has a lot of small businesses, and like I said, I want to start a small business, and I think it's important that we start helping our Black-owned businesses. As far as like Cam talk too much. He's selling merchandise. He's selling Punch Game merchandise. We have Shane. He has the $1 million thing shirts available, Switching Lane shirts available. We have to start giving back, because we'll go in a store and buy a shirt that we could have helped a small Black business owner that's wanting to start. You know what I'm saying? But we gotta give that start a push in the right direction from us and things. So Miss Scorpio like said, Miss America, great nonprofit resources. Miss Mark said her phone's on 4%. She said, Miss Scorpio, I use them all and I don't mind sharing. I believe every Black person could be successful if we just know where to start. Exactly, Miss America. We all, like I said, if they got that start, why can't we push them? Cooling with the Crew, she has merchandise. She's also dealing with Mary Kay. Unlike to others, I like Mary Kay. I love the fragrances. I love their skin care products. I definitely do. I've definitely utilized them when I was in Kentucky. I love Mary Kay. Shank said facts. Get them said right. So we just got to start supporting Creaming in the Mix. She's got her lash business going. So we all women love lashes, and we love to look nice for parties, get-togethers. Go support her movement as well. Like I said, when you start a company, you need buyers to keep your company afloat. So why can't we start while they're right now, before their doors get open, help them utilize their journey. Miss Scorpio Light said, Miss America, I agree. Miss MJB, also do a research human services programs and see what pops up. So Michelle just said for you to use the human service program, Miss MJB. Everything will still be in the chat. She said, rather cool and no or not, I'm making it. Miss America, of course. Miss America is, like I said, Miss Scorpio Light, from what I know, and Miss America are great advocates for resources. And as we see, Michelle is as well. Hit those women up on Instagram and, ask questions, because, closed mouths don't get fed. They don't know our needs and our wants as far as resources for businesses and nonprofit organizations. But they're telling us now they have resources, or they can lead us and direct us to resources. So let's utilize that. Salute, Miss Diana. Salute, I got time. Salute, sis. Miss Diana, laugh my ass off. This is now what I look like, as they say. Oh, girl, they've been saying about you forever. I got time. Thank you, Miss Diana. Thank you. I got time with Miss Diana. We was just talking about resources and networking and things like that. Like I said again, me and Shank are gonna be working on something with Miss America. I appreciate you, Miss America. It sounds so good. I can't wait to be a part of your networking and what you have going on. I'm blessed for that. I still got to do B-rolls for some clothes. Like, I'm networking with people on clothing that's supporting me through the Switching Lanes, which Switching Lanes episode 8 is out. So everybody, please go check that out. Leave comments. Tell us what y'all think we should do better. Tell us if y'all like it or y'all hate it or y'all love it. It's all fine. You know what I'm saying? We take everything into account. Pretty Black, I dropped y'all links in the chat. I dropped my hair's links in the chat. My hair's gonna have merchandise coming up soon. Sometimes when you give, you get back tenfold. So take that into account. When you give back, sometimes you get back tenfold. Miss Scorpio Life said there is so much money available due to the recent diversity, equity, and inclusion push. Black people have been included in benchmarks for cities to provide business. Check your city out. Salute Big Josh, salute bruh, salute. I'm definitely gonna utilize my resources because, like I said, I want to start a nonprofit organization. I need that push from my sisters, you know what I'm saying, in the right direction. I know this is what I want to do. I want to give back because I used to be one in those lines to get food boxes from God's Pantry, Community Action to get my light bills paid and all that other stuff, due to my struggles in life. So I had to utilize those tools or whatever. So I want to be the one to give back and have resources available right there and know what direction to send these people in as soon as they ask me. That's what I want my nonprofit organization to be. I don't want it to be so much of giving me money. I just want to give back to somebody that's in need. Ms. MJB said, thanks, Michelle. I'll look into it. You make a few dollars over and you're basically on your own. COVID didn't just hit a specific group of people. We were all affected, but I can't get anything. Yeah, Miss MJB, this is definitely something for you to look into. You're right. COVID didn't just affect a small group of people. It definitely affected a lot of us. You know what I'm saying? And it's unfortunate that you had to be at poverty level to receive. You worked all your life and it's like you can't get anything back. That's crazy to me. But hopefully, with these resources the sisters are throwing out there in the chat today, you can utilize and get something from it. But I'll be here for you every step of the way, Miss MJB. I'll help you. I'll call. Just let me know the cities and I can call and throw resources in your inbox or whatever. I got time. As I got time, say I got time today. Hey, nigga shit. Hey, salute. And like I said again, with all these upcoming content creators, it's time for us to start networking. It's time for us to come out of our comfort zone, start connecting with people that have the same interests as us. And who knows, together we can build and have it won't just be my nonprofit organization, it could be others, you know what I'm saying? So like I said, I got to start practicing what I preach and get out there and do what I got to do to get this up and coming and, on the road and start helping people. Ms. Diana says so many people who need the resources and knowledge out here. Absolutely, Ms. Diana, and I'm one of them. Ms. Diana said that's how I am, Ms. Park. I love to help people and minister. Absolutely, we need more people like you. You know what I'm saying? To minister and help. And it doesn't take money to help people, to lead them in the right direction. I didn't have to pay Miss Scorpio Life to come up here and throw all of this at her. She's telling us things that they don't want us to know. They absolutely, like they said, even Lalizi put up, they don't want us to know these things or whatever. Can I get a mod to take that tender hot spam out, please? Ms. Diana said, nobody knows my story, but if I could share with others and be a blessing. Ms. Diana, I would love for you one day to pull up and give me your story or whatever, you know what I'm saying, and share with us. That's what I'm here for. I need to be inspired. I hope I can inspire others, and I always hope I can help others. Like I said, it's time for me to start giving back. However I got to do it, those pins and stuff like that, that's just something small. I was always the one in the basket after chemo looking for a scarf, and they'd all be gone. And I'm like, dang, hopefully next week they'll have some hats and scarves, because it was a hard time for me. I was broke. I couldn't work due to being sick. I was suffering from depression, all kind of mental issues, anxiety, all of that. So I just gave up on everything, but I still needed help. She said nobody. Okay. Shank said, great demonstration. Ms. Diana said, yes, ma'am. Yeah, it's like Miss MJB said, even with her, you work, you give so much, you know what I'm saying, to try to have a better life for yourself. And there's nothing out there for you. Absolutely nothing. So we need to get with the HUD housing to see, you know, the Habitat for Humanity. You know, we got to quit being ashamed of what people think of us, because we need help in these areas. It's okay. We all do, not all, but most of us do need help in these areas. And if it can save you a dollar or two, you know what I'm saying? Why not go and get a resource? Why not look into something that can save you money in the long run? Just makes sense. But again, she said, Miss Michelle said, Miss MJB, start with your utilities. They have programs that will reduce your bill or replace some of your household appliances. Check with the consumer advocates. Wow. And Michelle too. Michelle always being my giving me encouraging words. And Miss Michelle, if you want to drop your business down, you and Mr. Merkel, drop your nonprofit organizations and your businesses down so they can go follow y'all and gain some more knowledge from what y'all got going on. She said, God is good and I'm able to pay my monthly bills every month, but this month I could only spend $150 for groceries, but I'm grateful. Absolutely. It's groceries have went up tremendously high. And you know, it's hard, Miss Michelle and Miss MJB. It's hard. And a lot of people want to put up a front and act like life is so easy. And like I said, for some, yes. But for most, no, we need help. We need those resources. I need those resources. But I'm not ashamed to say I need these resources to keep me on the right track. You know, nobody wants to be without lights, water, mainly a roof over their head, shelter over their head. So we definitely need these resources. So Miss MJB, Miss Michelle definitely said, call the consumers get in check with the consumers advocates and stuff like that for help with appliances to see what they can do to help you reduce your bill and things like that. So I need to look into that too, because we know winter time's coming up, and those wintertime electric bills are off the hinges. And we know that. You know what I'm saying? You be looking at $300-$400 when it gets cold, because those little cracks in certain areas and things like that. So we definitely want to see what's out there to help us reduce our bills. Lalizi said, my God, tremendously high. And then the cost of gas. Absolutely, Lalizi. Absolutely. This alone has caused major mental health issues, stress and depression, making people want to go harm others because they're ready to give up instead of utilizing these sources and these tools. Mr. Merkel said, okay, here goes my list of what I do and how to find me. Globe Preemies Alliance for Black NICU Families, for Health Toolkits, CPQCC, Globe Preemies TV on Roku, Globe Preemies podcast on every platform. Mr. Merkel, that's amazing. Congratulations and flowers to you. Thank you so much for pulling up, letting us know where we can find you. And she always tells people, you know, to hit her up if they need help with anything. You know, she's always trying to lead you in the right direction. And once again, Miss Scorpio Life is another one. Miss Michelle as well. And then Lalizi knows some things. So, you know, you guys know where to find them. We always see them in chats together. So please, and Miss Diana, like I said, I hope you come and drop jewels or whatever. What, Dubs? What's the question, Dubs? What's the question? Michelle said, Miss MJB, save your dollars for me in incidentals. Go to your local pantries and store up. Mr. Merkel said, whoop, child, I do too much. Yes, ma'am. She said, deep bow, Mr. Merkel. Miss Michelle said, deep bow to you, Mr. Merkel. Absolutely. And Mr. Merkel, I want to do a book. Tell me, you know, I think all of us ladies, Mr. Merkel, if you could and would you do a book with us content creators on her? I think we got testimonies. I think it would be a good book. because we all got a story to tell. And I think it'll be your bestseller. I really do. Lalizi spoke, Dove. She said, hello. Dove, what's your questions? What's the faces for? She said, write the book and I will tell you where to publish it for free. And yes, I will write a book with all y'all. Salute, Nina. Salute. See, there we go. Michelle, you know what I'm saying? Lalizi, Miss MJB, you know, we're never too old to have doors open for something great for us. So that's what I want to do. Like I said, I know I got a hell of a story to tell. I'm pretty sure we all have been through some things, some tragic things, but I want to get with Miss America and tell her, you know, she's got all of these platforms that she's utilizing to put her name out there, and God only knows what she can do for one of us. So let's network. Miss Michelle said, I run an online botanica. Miss Michelle, what's your link? Can you tell us what's your link on? I know I have it, but can you put that in the, just write it in the chat so everybody can know what you're talking about? But we need that. We need a botanica. Right now, my skin, I need something healthy for my skin. I really do. The winter time is the worst time for me. My skin cracks. It gets really dry, itchy, flaky. I don't know why, but you know, I move, so I'm in a different atmosphere. So yeah, now I'm really like, oh, when I get out the shower, especially I shower in the weather's changing, it's hard for me. Miss MJB said, Michelle, oh, I'm already on the budget planning for gas, electric, and water. I like that every month. I know what to expect. It's a little higher, and one was the original jar for Pete the Cat. Okay. She said, Miss MJB said, I'll be collecting my pension next month, so that will help a little bit. Absolutely, Miss MJB. You know, God is good. God is good. But still, even if you're getting that pension and you know it'll help a little bit, it's still more out there. It's still more out there, and I'm going to help you the best way I can. If I got to get in touch with Miss America and go back and forth, however, I'm going to help you the best way I can to get to try to find you some resources and stuff to help you get through. She said, excellent, Miss MJB. Check the REAP program. They will go in your home and do a home assessment for free. That's awesome. See, Miss MJB right there. That's awesome. Just because you're already on a program doesn't mean there's not more for us. And like Miss Scorpio Life said, grants and the loans and stuff, because I was writing stuff out, the FSS program. Miss MJB, write that down, the FSS program. Miss MJB said, I put my time in and I wasn't entitled, and I want everything I'm entitled to. Absolutely. Absolutely, Miss MJB, absolutely. Mr. Merker said we can start a document on Google Drive and share it between us. Absolutely, Mr. Merker, I'm down. I'm ready for everything you got in store for me and Shank. I ain't never been a part of nothing like that big, Mr. Merker, and I'm excited. I don't know if you're gonna share it yet or when you're gonna share it, but I ain't gonna share it. And just like the magazine, salute to Jack Magazine. Salute, salute, salute to Jack Magazine, you guys. Let me show. This was the proudest moment, besides Shank put me in switching lane. Cam too, but Jack Magazine, thank you so much. I held this in, you guys. She said, thank you, Queens, for all your support. Thank you. Miss Merker said we can share it now. Okay, Miss Merker, go ahead and tell them. Go on and let them know it's your thing. I'm just a part of it. I'm going to go on and wait. She said, Michelle said, also United Way has their own resource guide where you can speak to representatives. See if 211 is available in your city. Salute, Naya, salute. Jack Magazine, Jack Magazine, Jack Magazine. Shank Rock made it on Jack Magazine. I made it on the cover of Jack Magazine. Sagius, if you're still in here, he made it on the cover of Jack Magazine. I mean, that's big. To open something and see your picture, something you ain't never had hopes and dreams of doing, and that's big. That's big. Just to see my picture, not to see that one, but you know, just to, I don't even know how to hide that one. But just to see my picture and Shank's picture on the cover of a magazine is something great and bigger for all of us. We just have to put our best foot forward and work together, network together. Mr. Merker said, November 15th, we are releasing our Secret Life of Santa movie on Roku, and they will be in it, and some TikTok creators and more. So me and Shank Rock will be a part of the Secret Life of Santa, directed by, I guess, Miss America done this. Miss America, I'm ecstatic. Christmas, as my birthday's Christmas Eve. So I'm super ecstatic. You know what I'm saying? It's like an early birthday present. You don't even know. When Shank told me about it, I was ecstatic. I'm still ecstatic. I get goosies thinking about it. Thank you so much, Miss America, for believing in us and switching lanes and just supporting us. Thank you so much. It means everything to me. She said, I just saw a photo for the first time I was in a magazine. It's an amazing feeling. I'm proud of you guys. Thank you so much, Miss America. Thank you. She said her team and her. So you know what I'm saying? The Secret Life of Santa, me and Shank Rock will be in it. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be on Roku. So I'm going to be on TV earlier than I thought. And ooh, thank you, Miss America, again. Salute, Deborah. Salute, sis. She said, yes, excited for everyone involved in this project. She said, I speak in Philadelphia a few days later, so I'm going to tell everyone to watch it. It's going to be so good. Mr. Merker, girl, you know I'm ready to act, honey. I am ready to act and things like that. I am so blessed and grateful for this opportunity. And, you know, I'm just always that one that don't believe in leaving nobody behind. And if I see something in somebody else, just like switching lanes, Cam is such a comedian, you know, and I was like, Shank, bring Cam on. I think he'll be a good asset to switching lanes. And he was. And I presented this with a lot of people that didn't even take it serious and stuff like that. So sometimes we knock our own blessings. It don't even be nobody knocking our blessings. It's us. We stand in our own way, and we have to stop blaming people for not being able to move forward. If y'all get what I'm saying. Straight ball and salute. Miss MJB said, I'm gonna need me an autograph copy. Shank Rock and Miss Parker. Absolutely, girl. Miss MJB, when we got the offer to be on the magazine, we've been holding this in all summer because she has so many other editions out. And when she told us about the magazine, I was like, yeah, right. This ain't real. You know what I'm saying? And Shank was like, yeah, email your information and she needs this by da. So this thing we way in the winter, well, in the springtime, talking about October edition. And when it came out, I was just sitting here like smiling and I cried. And it's different. It's happy moments. Actually, and for the first time, I'm crying over something good. I'm not crying about my lights being turned off. I'm not crying about how I'm gonna feed myself. I'm not crying about none of what happened yesterday. I'm only crying happy tears and everything that's happened for me now and that's set to happen for me in the future. Michelle said, big ball and so proud of my people. Mr. America said, get your pens out. So everybody, if y'all got pen and paper, she said, get your pens out. Miss MJB said, Miss Parker, this is certainly a testament that your past doesn't define where God is taking you. Hey, salute, you two did make you famous. Salute. Absolutely, Miss MJB. You know, like I say, and this is to all my recovering addicts again, even those I know it's a sobriety sector, I want to get over there and hopefully touch in with them. It's not easy for us. And I deal with mental health issues, which a lot of people are ashamed to admit that I suffer from anxiety and depression, and I live inside my head so much. I'm my worst critic. So when people say mean things to me, it really doesn't bother me because I think the worst of me, but I had to start loving myself. Once I started loving myself for real, is when everything stopped. Everything stopped. And I've never felt so healthy. Now, eating wise, I got to work on that. My water intake, I got to work on that. But as far as being cleansed from everything, all that other evil stuff, I feel so good about myself. And, you know, that's why I'm on this new path to helping others and giving back, sending these scarves. And, you know, I'm sitting here breast cancer free for years and never gave back to what I couldn't get from. So I only thought it was right to go and get some scarves and house shoes, because I know what it's like for you to be in there. Your feet hurt, everything hurts from chemo, everything hurts from all the surgery, everything hurts. So me giving back finally made me feel good. I don't care the amount of money it takes. I want to start giving back at least once a month, and it doesn't have to just be because I had breast cancer. Any form of cancer, I want to give back. And stuff. I want to at least get to a food bank and help with plates and stuff like that. Something that I received for so many years in my life and stuff. I want to get back to those people. Oh, Miss America said, I'm talking about you and Shane. Get your pens out for autographs. Right, Miss America. Salute the Fresh Perspective, Lady Fresh. Salute. You guys, on this month on the 27th, I'm gonna be pulling up on a special edition of Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Fresh Perspective, Lady Fresh. So if one of my mods, if y'all still in here, can y'all drop her link if you know how? Miss America, I'll be minding you up after the show, but I'm gonna be pulling up over there. We're testimony, we're walking testimonies of this evil disease, and I want to be over there helping her every step of the way as much as she needs me. Lady Fresh, we was just in here talking about resources and different stuff, but I'm gonna do a part 2 and things like that or whatever. I didn't want to take up everybody's Saturday and stuff with a lot. Has salute Caribbean, salute. She said, you and Shank Rock, y'all gonna be the next powerhouse couple. I have truly admired you both. Thank you so much, Miss MJB. And together, you know, when it doesn't matter the color of the couples. It's the fight that you put into that relationship to make it work, because it storms. It's always gonna be a storm, but it's how you weather that storm. You ain't gonna just walk outside in the rain without an umbrella. You're just not gonna go and have a tornado and not take shelter and just look out the window. Oh wow, the tornado's right here. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we do, you know. And to my hey, and I got time. I love love. I love when, you know, I love what y'all got going on together. It's nothing to do with nobody else. I just love couples on here that can connect and just keep striving and be great at whatever we got going on in our own little circle, our own little world. You know what I'm saying? And when Shank brought me into his world and his life, hey, I was something to work with and handle, but he handled me with stride. He was so gentle with me. He fought my addiction with me, because this is a man that's clean. You know what I'm saying? So my mood swings, my feelings, my depression, my mental. He, you know, me screaming for no reason, my mad days for no reason. He dealt with all of that, and he still handled me so gentle. I will forever be grateful for him. Forever. God sent me an angel. Sometimes, you know, people say God sent me an angel, and he did when he put Shank in my life. And I don't mean as my man, I mean as a mentor, the push and the drive. I always used to tell him, because nobody know, when I first did my first switching lanes, I literally had just had my tooth pulled. My jaw was on fire. It was swollen. Y'all might notice it now that I'm telling y'all, but he did that. He was like, hey, yeah, you gonna be able to shoot, you know what I'm saying? You gonna be able to. I was like, yeah, let's do this. And it seems like every time he wants to shoot, I'm sick, but it works out for the best of both of us. And he always says, you know, I take advantage of every moment, because I'm like, damn, I'm sick. But you know, I like to take advantage of every moment. So, you know, for that, you know what I'm saying? And I felt so much better after that. I felt so much better. So thank you, Shank Flowers, again. Jack Magazine, hopefully I can get over. She has a hell of a story to tell. She also has her own astrology magazine. I order both, you know, to be in support of her as well. This is her, you know, Mother Speaks. So, you know, you guys go check her out, Jack Magazine on Instagram. She's got a beautiful story, a beautiful soul, and I appreciate her again. I'm forever grateful for her for giving me that chance. You know, you put me somewhere I never thought I'd be. And Shank is in the works. We're trying to get Switching Lanes off the ground, and that's why he was asking for support. You know, it's not easy trying to work, maintain your household, hold your family down, and try to get a project like this off the road. You know, so. Like I said, you know, please always feel free if you got extra coins. It doesn't have to be $100, $50, $20, just anything to help us get that project off. You know, like I said, when you give, sometimes you get back tenfold, and it doesn't happen overnight, you know. Miss MJB said, try to keep tunnel vision. Don't look to the left or to the right. Keep looking forward. Absolutely. She said, the Fresh Perspective said, so happy to have you. I'ma do moves by your story and your testimony. Absolutely, Lady Fresh. Absolutely. I get your gist, girl. Yes. She said, I Miss MJB said, all I want to know is when's the wedding. I want to be a flower girl. We ain't made it that far, but we talk about it all the time. We talk about it. Mr. Merkel said it will go far. Hey, Cali Vibe, salute. Salute. She said, Mr. Merkel said it will go far. Shane, don't give up. And we're not, Mr. Merkel. We're pushing. And, you know, with this Christmas story you got going on, who knows how far that'll take us beyond Switching Lanes. But it's just the opportunity that he gave me. You know, he's worked with Snoop from The Wire, Charleston White. He's interviewed K. Michelle, Juvenile. Shank's done so much other things before Switching Lanes. That's why I tell people with Miss America, you got to go look at her interviews, check her out. People have done so much other stuff than who we know they are in the chats. You got to start from the beginning to get to know these people. Start from the beginning, not in the middle or the end of who y'all seeing in these chats. Start from the beginning with these people and get to know who they are. And you never know how far things can take you, whether it's acting, household wise, you know, longevity with family, friends, and stuff like that. So yeah. Shanks, I'm driving. Yeah, I'm driving. Again, Miss America, I'm gonna get with you on Instagram. I would love to hear your input on part 2 of resources and networking. Lady Fresh, if you're still in here, Miss America, Miss Scorpio Life, Michelle, they gave us great tools to utilize. They're great people. Miss America, y'all, Miss Scorpio Life, Lalizia, I would love for y'all to pull up on Lady Fresh live on October the 27th, so we can get to know who she is and let her share her testimony with us, and keep her in our prayers and push her forward as well. And we all network together. You know, I'm ready to tell my story to Miss America. I'm ready to get me a book out there, you know, and just Just network. That's what it's about. You know, we don't know each other to be hating each other, to be going against each other and things like that. We all work, we could all have a bag, a hell of a bag. If we put all this energy together, man, none could stop us on this app. We're dividing each other. It's nothing that's being said that can't be fixed. But we're all stopping ourselves from progressing. And I don't want to stop myself from progressing. I don't want to stay stuck. I want to move forward and get a bag in real time. You know what I'm saying? I want to be like these women that could be on the app, but work. I'm working from home, or I done got my work done, or somebody's working for me for once. And that's what I want. Miss Scorpio Life, no, I'm gonna be going on the Fresh Perspective, Lady Fresh, on October the 27th, for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. I want you to pull up over there as well, and we're gonna be a part of Miss America's The Secret Life of Santa on Roku. It's gonna be on actual TV, and I'm excited. You know, it's big for me or whatever. But she's giving me and Shank that opportunity. I appreciate her so much. I'm glad that y'all seeing growth in me. I'm glad that somebody's actually believing in me and isn't giving up on me. You know, and that's what makes me keep my head lifted and, like Miss MJB said, and looking forward. So, you know, I'm forever grateful, and I'm gonna always say that. Miss Michelle says, share this while let's give Miss Parker a community while Nina said exactly. And Nina, trust me, I'm taking my mods with me. I wanna talk to y'all. I wanna get to know my mods, you know what I'm saying? On a more personal level, who y'all are, you know what I'm saying? And not y'all don't have to tell me y'all story and y'all whole life story and stuff like that, but I want y'all to be a part of my journey. You know, y'all been supporting Shank so much, so I feel like it was only necessary for me to bring y'all over because I trusted y'all on his channel to build him up, because he's came a long way from a lot. So, you know, y'all was pulling up on a consistent basis, and y'all always hit that like button and everything, even when, you know, he's just having a bad day and wants to just play music. Y'all have always pulled up and been consistent. And that's what I like, and that's what I want around me, is consistency, positivity, just uplifting people. And I appreciate that. Salute, Dragon, salute. Well, I'm gonna get out of here. I dropped all those links earlier. When the live chat comes back up, I always go back in those live chats, because, you know, I don't want to put too much on my moderators, and y'all know I like dropping links anyway. But I dropped a lot of links. If y'all ever are in here and y'all don't see y'all link dropped or something, salute, Cam, salute. Flowers to Cam, talk too much too. You know, everybody knows I'm Punch Game. You know what I'm saying? I started off with Stowe, but then I went to Cam. He opened his doors for me with no hesitation, no questions. He didn't look at the background of me coming from Skull Gang. He just opened his door and was like, I would be more than happy to have you. Cam was pushing me to start a channel before I met Shank. You know, he was pushing me, he was pushing me, he was pushing me, and he was pushing all of us out, so we weren't depending on him. And I'm forever grateful for you, Cam, for that opportunity. Thank you. I know I give you a hell of a time. I do. I'm bipolar as heck. You hear me? But thank you, Cam. Flowers to you. It doesn't matter if you're late, Cam. It's just that you pulled up. I love your support. Thank you so much. And y'all go check out my other Punch Gang sisters. Jessie Neal, she has a she keeps us up with the Olympians and things like that. Our melanated Olympians at that. She's so grounded on that. She's very informative of that. Thank you, Jessie. Salute to you, sis. We got RH Limited with her beats. Please go follow sis. You know what I'm saying? She was that's what I'm here for, to support. You know, y'all don't have to drop down in people's channels or leave a comment, but hit that like, go subscribe to them. You know what I'm saying? Listen to those beats. It's food for a soul. I don't always want to hear that cussing, but that beat sometimes it gets me out of my head. It uplifts me. So salute to you, sis, as well. Then we have Nurse P. Nurse P's a nurse. You know what I'm saying? She's ready to start dropping merch. I've been talking to her. I was like, I'm talking to her about getting her shit out. I need to get my stuff out, but you know what I'm saying? I was like, get your shit out. Nurses love certain things like this. You know what I'm saying? We was coming up with ideas and stuff. So salute to Nurse P. You know, I can't wait to see what she brings. But that's my Punch Gang family, and I love it. You know, like they were saying, all families are dysfunctional, but together we are whole and we're one. And I appreciate that push and that drive that Cam had gave us to be great. Thank you, Cam. Again, go follow everybody. That those links, like I said, I put in the chat. You know, it was a slow, great, positive live today. I love when it's a small group of people. You guys go enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Please be safe. You know what I'm saying? And like Shank always say, drink your water, eat healthy. And again, thank you guys. We'll be doing part 2 sometime next week. So get your pen and paper out, or whatever for that. And Cam, salute to you too, because Cam is in the magazine as well. I don't know what I do again, Cam. But even if, you know, Cam, we moving up. We moving up. Even if you right here, Cam, you are in this. You are in this. You are in this. Your pictures in a magazine, Cam. Punch Gang is in here. You hear what I'm saying? That's what matters. Leaving something behind for my kids to see a happy moment is all I wanted. I wanted to show them different, and I did. And I'm so proud, and I'm forever proud of that. Mr. Merkel can be late to his own lives, girl. Mr. Merkel, your link has been dropped. You guys go follow Mr. Merkel on her live or whatever. Mr. Merkel, I can't wait till you have a live chat up so we can come in and I'll just actually start kicking it. Lalizi's links been dropped. Everybody's links have been dropped. Like I said, if you come in and I didn't, you know, I apologize, you know, for not dropping links and stuff like that. It just was, I wasn't feeling too good yesterday, so I was like, oh, let me get this live over with. But actually, it made me feel better today, actually. So I appreciate you guys again for pulling up to Miss Parker. Miss Parker, don't forget to go watch Switching Lanes, episode 8, and then watch all of them. Watch 1 through 8. 1 through 8. It's all exciting. Salute to everybody that joined the Switching Lanes podcast. Thank you guys so much. Y'all made it something great, and I appreciate that. I'm forever grateful to the cast, Mahaya, Transparent Talk, Eve, Josh, a Big Slump, Audio Crack, Roaster Toast, RH Unlimited for the beat. That beat's by RH Unlimited. Big Lou, the Detective Kelly, the Dr. White, which is Shank's sister, Miss Deborah. Everybody that played a part in it, you know what I'm saying? Even Slickback. Thanks to everybody for making my dream come true, and I hope it made y'all dreams come true as well. And everybody have a blessed Saturday. Thank you.